Hey guys, welcome back to Silent Hill 2 Remake. We are back at Woodside apartment buildings. There's only 2 glimpses of the past here and 2 photos and no memos, so we can just continue on pretty much with the game as is. We only have to focus on just beating the regular section in the apartment building, because there's actually not that much to collect here. So last time we left off, we still haven't started the clock puzzle. They're giving us no hints this time, but I'm pretty sure it's actually gonna be in the same general direction. I don't think the puzzles actually change too much. It's just the riddle that changes, but I think the puzzles solutions themselves more or less stay the same, which is kind of a disappointment. It would have been better if they had actually done different solutions for different difficulties. Obviously we can't go in the H door just yet. For handgun ammo. How much ammo do we have? Even though we can't use it. I just want to see how much I accumulate over the game. 51. Not too bad so far. We cannot look at any of the items because we are going for the Maria ending. Just looking at even one of those items may screw us over, so we need to keep away from those. Got 4 photos so far. I was going to check out. I was going to look at something else. Oh yeah, the radio. Gotta make sure it's turned off. It is turned off. Okay. Gotta make sure, because I'm not sure if I did it last time. Really? Just starting already? Come on, mannequin, let's rumble. Damn, not even 3 minutes into the game, we already got ambushed. I can't play as long as I usually do because I have to get up early tomorrow, but hopefully we can make it to like an hour and a half will be fine. More health. I'm gonna be a walking pharmacy by the time the playthrough is over. Where's the roach? We know it's around here. God damn! Was hiding right under the crib. Can I just say what a cool feature it is that you can keep track of James's health using the controller? I wish more games did stuff like that. It doesn't seem like many games really use the PlayStation 5 controller to its fullest benefit. It's mainly just Astrobot, Astro's Playroom, and this is pretty much the only things I've noticed. I don't remember if Alan Wake 2 has used it in any serious capacity. I don't think so. I think it's just these 3 games, which is kind of a shame because if you're gonna make a gimmick controller like that, you might as well put it to maximum use, and instead games kind of just ignore it. Like, I don't want motion controls, but stuff like this, like with the health, where you can see down on the light that it's obviously green, so he's in good health right now, and then it changes to orange, and then it switches to red. Stuff like that is actually pretty decent. That does make it look like someone's staring out the window. As I've said many times, as I always say, this makes me curious what a Silent Hill 4 remake would look like. As much as I want a remake of 1, I'd say 4 probably needs it more. And it helps that if you want to go back to the same team, you can just go back to Bloober. You don't have to rely on the other 2 teams that you have. Because even if all 2 of the new Silent Hill games turn out alright, meaning the one developed by No Code, and then the ones developed by whatever that other company is, the one behind Stories Untold, or are they the ones behind Stories Untold? I forget, but whichever companies develop those 2 games, even if they turn out alright, like you're still gonna have a pretty difficult decision to make on who gets to remake Silent Hill 1, because Bloober has shown some pretty serious potential here. This remake is great, but at the same time, Silent Hill 1 does have a slightly different vibe in some parts, and then very different in other parts, so you might not want to go... Nope. You might not want to go back to Bloober necessarily for part 1, because it is somewhat of a different experience from the second Silent Hill. It's dealing more in the supernatural and cults and stuff like that. You do have the theme of child abuse running very heavily throughout that game, in terms of Alessa and all that stuff, and then drug abuse on Lisa's part, and then corruption of authority with Kaufman and stuff. So you do have some pretty serious, heavy themes there, but it's in some ways it's a very vastly different experience from Silent Hill 1. So you might not want to go back to Bloober if you can. You might just want to, you know, borrow their engine, but then have someone else do the remake, especially since they're going to be busy with their own original game, Chronos. You don't want to detract too many resources from that. I know they have different teams, because even while working on Silent Hill 2 remake, they had another team working on a smaller game. So it's like Capcom, they do have different teams, but at the same time, you don't want to detract too much from their resources, because that's when stuff like the RE3 remake happens. You know, Capcom is this huge company, they still fuck that up big time, so you might not necessarily want to go back to Bloober for the remake of 1. But 4, on the other hand, 4 is a more standalone game, even though it has a lot of lore and it's vaguely connected to this, but at the same time it's more of a standalone game. And also, I think the aesthetic fits with what they've done here and what they try to do with this game, so it'll be much more easier for them to just do a remake of 4. You have the engine, you have the story chops, you've got the atmosphere down pretty great, because 4 has a very different atmosphere from Silent Hill 1. It's much more weirder than it is scary or frightening. But then you can use stuff like this engine to vastly improve it. But since it is a standalone game, you won't have to worry that much about, oh, we gotta remake 1, and then now we gotta remake 3 mandatory, and then you gotta make sure that they all link up, or do we do 1 and 3 combined, you know, instead of just making, you know, 1 long 18-hour game, you do 2 shorter 9-hour games, you know, do you do it that way? Those are questions that have to be dealt with in a remake situation. But if you're just doing 4, you avoid all that stuff, you know, let someone else work it out, you know, like Maybe if the Townfall team does great, you let them tackle one. Or if the team behind Silent Hill F does great, you let them tackle one, you know? Where are we? Who's getting back up? Oh, you? Sounds like Jason music there for a little bit. Back to what I was saying, maybe the wisest course is just to let Bloober do 4. And then you just let those other 2 teams handle Silent Hill 1 and 3. Deciding on who wants it or whatever they want to make it, you know? Because some people are going to ask, oh, why are you going back to Silent Hill 4? Now, you did a remake of 2 and then you're doing one of 4. What about 1 and 3? Well, 4 is not really connected, so it's going to sell much better because you don't need to have played the first game to understand 4. You know, they explain it all for you right there in the game. I did not bust open that wall. Yeah, they explain everything about 4 right there in the 4th game, so you don't need to have played anything else. But if you've played 2, you'll know that it's connected to this. Plus, like I said, I think 4 needs it more because 4, the game's practically half unfinished as it is. You know, I was reading a lot about it these past few weeks. I've been reading up on the subject of what happened with Silent Hill 4, and it turns out they pretty much did just run out of money halfway, which explains a lot about that game. You know, why is it so janky and rough and difficult to play in some parts? Well, because they literally ran out of money halfway through. I thought for the longest time I thought originally it was just issues with the team members, like half of the team had left by then, so they were understaffed. But then it's not just the team, it turns out it actually was money issues, like they literally ran out of budget halfway, so that's why that game exists. So Bloober, if they were to actually tackle that one, it'll be a chance to actually pretty much finish the game, not just remake it. They'd actually be finishing it, because what was left of Team Silent in the original, you know, Silent Hill 4 development period didn't actually finish the game. In fact, if you want to be really cynical, you could probably say that was probably like the beginning of the modern trend we see of companies releasing games unfinished. They might have started with Silent Hill 4, where they just ran out of money halfway, and instead of Konami giving them more money and more time period, you know, 6 months more to finish the game, they just said, whatever, the hell with it, let's just release it as is. And it turns out that was actually a very bad idea. Who would have known, huh? Who would have known that if you released a game of that magnitude unfinished, people would be pissed? Like, it's shocking, right? It's unbelievable. Who would have known that you shouldn't release games for major franchises in an unfinished state? Like, that never would have crossed my mind. That's mind-boggling. That's a nice photograph. Okay, so we need the valve. So Bloober would have a lot of work on their hands doing a remake of 4, but at the same time I think their bones are already here in this remake. You just adapt the engine, take the same aesthetic, because this aesthetic that you have for this actually works pretty well for Silent Hill 4 versus, say, Silent Hill 1, where you actually have to make it much more hellish. I'm keeping an eye out because I'm trying to make sure I don't miss 2 photos or the 2 glimpses. But it doesn't look like we're coming up on those yet. Okay, we explored all that section. So yeah, I hope they do eventually get to a remake. Like I said, at least give us 4, and then 1 and 3, you can decide what you want to do with those. You know, Konami makes that decision. We are trapped again. Can we break this glass? Yeah, James is a menace. He has fed up with all this bullshit. For 20 fucking years he's been here. Supposedly. Like I said, we'll find out soon enough once we examine those photos for ourselves. I don't believe anything I read on the internet, so I gotta actually look at the damn things myself before I pass judgment on that. We know they're gonna ambush us. Just beat them down. God damn. We're still on green, baby. We're still on almost full health. James is a tank in this one. He's a fucking tank. Someone said online that they believe Swole James is canon, that he's hiding a lot of muscle under there. I actually wouldn't be that surprised, because even though that started as a joke in the original dog ending for Silent Hill 2, you remember with the photograph where he's all buff and has a heart-shaped tattoo with Mary on it, her name. Like, I actually wouldn't be surprised, because you'd be surprised at how many office guys actually have hidden bodies like that. They do work out and they are pretty swole. They just don't see it because it's underneath their clothing, obviously, so that's why you don't see it. Okay, so what do we do? What did we unlock? I always forget this part. I think it's because the apartment buildings, compared to like even the hospital or the prison, has no sense of direction. So you're just kind of just stumbling blindly. Unless you play the game many times, you're just stumbling around blindly trying to figure out where to go. It doesn't really have a specific set of guidelines. It's just, oh, solve the clock puzzle, which in the original was just one puzzle. So now what do you do now at this point? Can we take that valve? No, we can't take that one. It's the other one that we gotta take. How are you all doing today? I actually won $200. And I didn't even notice it until late in the evening. Of course, I lost $24 after that, but hey, it's the major win that counts, right? One of those little surprise wins that comes out of nowhere. Where are we going? Do we have to go to 306? Yeah, 306. Which means we gotta beat down the mannequin. One of them is gonna get back up. Who's it? It's this bastard. Yeah, stop twitching. I know there's some in here already. Come on. Is he coming this way? Oh, he stumbled. Get him, James. James, stomp his ass. Yeah, looks like he's... Oh, I see. It looks like he tripped on the rug right there. You see that little inseam on the rug? Looks like he actually tripped, almost like a dog. He just tripped right on the rug. That's kind of funny. He was on his way until the rug thwarted his plans. Hope I win more money this weekend. They've got the final PGA tournament of the year, the final golf tournament tomorrow. RSM Classic. They always hold it every single year. And Siwoo Kim is playing. Siwoo better shake that ass to a victory because we need some money. He's one of the more entertaining players on the tour. Has been ever since he participated in that Ryder Cup before I even started watching golf. Oh, look at that. He was right there. Or she was right there. Just break the shower. Looked like that one died taking a bath. Wanna break the toilet too? So we know this fool is gonna get back up. As soon as we go out there, that guy is gonna start moving, so we gotta put him down quickly. Here he goes. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, he didn't do that little spurt they usually do where they throw up into the air. This one just kind of died. He's around the corner, we know he is. Or she is. Ooh! I wonder if it's possible to go the entire game without getting hit even once. I wonder if anybody's attempted that challenge on YouTube, because that sounds like that would be a pain and a nightmare, because even just one errant strike from a mannequin could pretty much end your whole run, and then you have to start all over again. I wonder if that's even possible, or if one enemy will get you eventually, because I'm pretty sure at least Pyramid Head might get you once. When it's the double Pyramid Head battle, I can see one of them stabbing you and ending your run right there. So even if you somehow miraculously avoid all the enemies, all the regular enemies, I can see one of the two Pyramid Heads getting you. And then obviously Maria will be almost impossible to dodge, so I wonder if a no-hit run is even possible in this game or not. Alright, let's grab that valve. We're still on the 3rd floor. How much health do we have? 26? Well, I guess we gotta use one to keep in healthy shape for Maria. Our woman expects us to stay strong. Speaking of staying strong, I've been reading through the Silent Hill Reddit, just some different threads. I was reading one about what changes would you make to the bosses in oh! Ah, you missed, motherfucker. Come here. She tried. Ooh. She tried, but she ended up hitting the door instead. Yeah, I was reading the threads about what changes it would make to Silent Hill 3's bosses. I actually saw a funny suggestion that's actually really good. Somebody suggested that instead of having the god boss be the final boss, that at the end instead they make like a joke boss for one of the joke endings. That is just a cat from the ad in the Silent Hill 3 subway. Remember that ad? Minmo? Grow up healthy and strong. Oh damn, there's 3 of them. God damn, it's an ambush. Hell no. This just went to hell in a handbasket. Back off. Just run for it, James. God damn. And this is on easy mode, and that was a hell of an ambush there. They all came after him. Back to what I was saying. Remember the cat from the cat food advertisements in the Silent Hill 3 subway? Minmo. Somebody suggested making Minmo a final joke boss for one of the joke endings, and he's just invincible. You have no choice but to fight him until you die because you can't kill him. That would be hilarious if you made that giant cat an actual joke boss in the game. Because the ad says feed your cats Minmo so they can grow up healthy and strong. So imagine if the cat was the strongest enemy in the game. The strongest boss by far. You're just fighting that giant cat at the end. And Heather has no choice but to die because she can't do any damage to the cat. You could actually have a cat ending. You know, that would make sense. Instead of repeating the dog ending, you just have the cat ending, and it's Minmo. The weirdest things become memes in this fandom. You know, Minmo, Buttercake. We got the hour hand. Okay, so we're still not anywhere close to the glimpses, so we gotta keep going. Why is he leaning like that? Oh, he got injured? I didn't even notice. I did not even notice he was hurt. Where is the clock? It's over here. So it kind of diminishes the effect of the difficulty when you realize you can just brute force the clock. You know, since you don't have to click on it, just turning the hand naturally on its own will solve the puzzle for you. So that kind of does ruin the effect a bit when you don't have to actually think too much about the puzzle, because you can just brute force the whole thing. Not all the puzzles are like that. I think there's only like 2 you can actually do that with, but it does kind of ruin the effect here because you know you can just brute force it. Look at all those saves at the Lakeview Hotel. That's all our extra endings right there. Alright, so the H door is open now. And it doesn't stand for hentai, it's for hour. The hour door is open. Alright, should probably give James some help because he's struggling here. There we go. It's nice of Silent Hill to provide him a health drink that actually heals his jacket too. You know, his jacket is just miraculously not stained anymore. That's very courteous of the town to do. It doesn't just repair your health, it also repairs your actual clothing in addition to your body. That's way better than the first aid sprays in Resident Evil, where even though you use it, your clothing still stays tattered to hell. Like Leon's clothes still just stay shredded when he gets hurt in RE2 Remake, compared to this, where the health spray will miraculously fix the jacket too. James has got it way better. Speaking of way better, like this apartment building is actually looking pretty damn decent in a quality mode. Like I said, I don't even notice the slowdown anymore, however minor. It really does play like RE2 Remake before I tried it on the PS5. Yeah, so I'm digging it so far. I dig it. It's pretty cool. Obviously I wish you could have both 60 FPS and ray tracing and all these fancy lighting and particle effects, but if you gotta choose, I gotta admit, I understand now why a lot of people play it on quality mode instead of performance, because one, the frame rate is steady. I haven't noticed any drops except in like a tiny section for like 1 or 2 seconds at most, and mainly just outside and like one room in the apartment building. That's all I've noticed. And then two, it just looks damn good. Look at this. Alright, time to reach in the toilet of doom again. Come on, James, just be a man and reach in there. I don't know why you couldn't find something you cover your arm with, because you got an apartment filled with tons and tons of bandages and cloths and stuff like that. You could have gotten any number of things, but no. I guess James just likes to get his hands dirty. Literally, he just goes right in there. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's just dirty water, not actually dirty water, if you know what I mean. Maybe it's just regular gunk from the ceiling or something. Not likely because it looks all brown, but you can dream, right? You can dream that it's not what it looks like. Maybe in the real story, you know, the actual narrative that's going on, maybe once he reached in there, he did kind of just take out a health drink and just pour it over his hand, you know, because his hand is clean later on. Really? You're looking for trouble? Here you go. You want it, you get it. Back to what I was looking at. Look at the eerie light too. That just reminds me of the lone light that you find in Silent Hill 4 in one of the apartments, where it's just one sole cordless light giving off a glow. See what I mean? There's a lot of stuff here that they could just plain reuse it for a Silent Hill 4 remake, and you wouldn't even question it. You will not question it at all. They've got basically the whole set of assets they need, almost. Alright, put the pigeon. We gotta find the swan to put it on the seesaw. Plus, I'm really curious to see what they would do with Walter, because the concept of Walter is frightening you. It is frightening, you know, this immortal killer following you throughout these weird other worlds, but you still have to deal with the monsters there too, and you've got this Jason-like figure on your ass. But at the same time, the way they did it in Silent Hill 4, because of the hardware limitations, is just goofy. Like he doesn't even measure up to Nemesis in RE3, and that was a PlayStation 1 game, so it just was not quite the pursuer enemy they were hoping for. I think with all the stuff going on in the areas, and you can see it too because there is slowdown in some of the areas where you have a lot of monsters. You can see things slowing down. The hardware was just too limited for them to do what they actually wanted to do with Walter. And then on top of that, like I said, they ran out of money halfway, so even then it was still incomplete. So yeah, it's just they did not have ideal circumstances developing that game, because now it makes me wonder what would have happened if they had the actual time and money they needed to finish the game. How much better, maybe even how great would it have turned out? Probably a whole lot better, right? So I think that's the guy whispering about coming home, washing the dishes, doing the laundry, and then I think it's what, talking to his dead wife or something like that. He murmurs that in the original Silent Hill game. It's a lot more audio. I mean, it's a lot more audible here. You can hear it more clearly, but it's still not 100% clear. But it sounds like he's saying something like talking to his dead wife, which obviously has very strong significance for James. Give those bullets. Wonder how much we're gonna end up with by the end of the game. 500, 570, 600. Place your bets. How many bullets will we end up with by the end of this game? There's the deformed swan. Who's in here? Listen. Get out of the way. God damn. One thing I gotta remember, I can't use up too much health because we're not gonna be able to get a lot of health from the outside. Partly because again we can't startle Maria, and apparently breaking a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of glass with that plank actually startles her quite a bit. So that means if we want to get the Maria ending, we gotta avoid that. So pretty much we have to get the bulk of our health from here, and then the bit of park we see outside, and then whatever we find on the way. We can't really break anything unless she's not with us, but then she's with us for the whole period, starting with the park, and then she just follows us through the motel. So that's gonna be a bit tricky. See, there's another one right here. We do have a lot of syringes, so we should be fine, but you know, it is easy mode. But even then, even still, you still can't use a lot of resources because we're not going to be able to gather all the stuff we usually do. Same thing for bullets. Like I said, we're not using the gun or the shotgun or any of that stuff. But even if you were, even if you did want to use it and you were just playing a regular Maria ending playthrough, you still can't use it to break a lot of the stuff outside because it's gonna startle her and it's gonna count against you. So you pretty much have no choice but to gather most of your resources from the beginning portion of the town, and then from this apartment area, and then slightly outside Rosewater Park. Now this kind of sucks right here because there's one near the wall. There's one over here, but we can't get the one near the wall because they're both gonna come after us. Can't we just poke him through there, James? Just poke him right there in his ass. Nope. I hope that one stays away. The one over there. Alright, we got him. Alright, we got one. Got one more to go. Gotta lure them over to a more open area so we can dodge. I was watching Roombee's playthrough, and someone in her chat mentioned what would have happened if this game had a parry system. You know, and people rightly pointed out that people would have lost their freaking minds if this game had a parry system, because they would have said, oh, it's so unfaithful to the original. Bloober doesn't know what it's doing. It's turning into an action game. I gotta admit, I don't really like parrying in games. I've played a couple of them already. Like Bloodborne is a big one. It's mandatory, but I really don't like it there. I prefer to dodge. And then you have Spider-Man 2. I really didn't like the parry system there. Again, I prefer to dodge. Spider-Man is supposed to be all about quickness and agility and, you know, reflexes, so I prefer to dodge. And then you also had RE4, obviously, with the knife parry system, which again I still don't like all that much. So I'm kind of glad you don't have a parry system here, because I actually don't like it that much. Something about the way parrying is done in games just doesn't gel with me. And the thing is, I know I'm gonna have to get used to it, because I'm gonna play Sterile Blade next once it goes down on sale, and that game relies massively on parrying from what I've heard. So I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to get used to it and deal with it. But I really do not like parrying in video games. It's just one of those things that seems like a nice concept, but then it's always applied in a very rough, very crude fashion, and it just doesn't work nearly as well as it's supposed to. There you go, perfectly balanced. And we broke the figurine. They would have half a swan that's normal looking and then the rest is deformed looking. Silent Hill would actually do that. Alright, here we go. We're gonna jump down. Where are we going? First of all, we're getting away from this mold bed. Where are we? Let's see. Okay, we're on the second floor. So yeah, we're gonna get the next glimpse of the past first. It's way down here in room 110. Come on, James, just jump down. It says number 7, apartment 110. As you leave the room. Okay, so we gotta leave first. Oh, there it is. I remember that one. That's the one for the coins. It's a broken TV stand. Is that a broken TV stand? That's what confused me a bit. I thought it would have had a TV on it. That just looks like a broken drawer. Oh yeah, you can even see the little typing there. I wonder if that has the whole poem from the original. I think it probably does, right? Someone would have to pull up that texture and look at it very closely, but I think it probably does have the original full poem on there, right? I'm trying to see if I can get really close to it, but I don't think it's yeah. The way we would know it. Oh yeah, there it is right there. At one end sits the seducer, she. So yeah, it does have the full poem on it. That's pretty nice. Yeah, they didn't just give you like the little text without any context. They actually gave you the full poem. That's awfully generous of them. They could have just easily given you the stand and nothing else. No, they gave you the full poem. At least I think they did. Maybe they cheated a word or two, but I'm pretty sure most of it is actually in there. Alright, so we got one glimpse. Yeah, this might actually be my preferred way to play the game if it holds up this well for the rest of the game, because I've gotten completely used to it. And the graphics look pretty damn nice, so if I can't have 60 frames per second, at least have the game looking good and running smoothly. And so far it is running smoothly. More butter cake. How much butter cake does this apartment building need? Like, these households are just loving their butter cake. I guess that's a really well-known brand in Silent Hill that everybody loves, that damn butter cake. Alright, it's time for the cutscene with Angela. They just love butter cake in this town. I like, obviously, that they kept the same angle.
It's you.
They kept the same angle from the original.
I'm James.
Angela.
Angela. Okay. Look, I'm not sure what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? What's the point? It's easier just to run. Maybe it's all we deserve.
We?
Me. You. We're all the same.
I'm not like you.
James is like, what are you talking about? I'm not part of this.
Are you afraid? Sorry.
She looks a bit there like Karen Black holding that knife from Trilogy of Terror. Just that angle right there where she was... That angle where she was standing up. Or leaning up, rather. Looked a bit sinister.
Did she live here? In this building?
I don't know.
So all you know is that she lived in this town?
What did you say? How did you know that?
Well, I just figured because this is where you're looking for her. How else would I know?
Yeah. Sorry. Did you find the person that you were looking for?
Not yet. Her name's Mary. She's my wife.
I'm sorry.
At least he tries to ease her into it. Original James just sprung,
it's okay.
just sprung it on her.
I don't know why I think she's here. She died 3 years ago.
She's dead?
Don't worry, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, original James was just like, anyway, she's dead.
I have to find my mama.
Should I go with you? This town really is dangerous. Now I know what you meant back there in the cemetery.
No, it's okay. Besides, I'd just slow you down.
What about that?
And Angela immediately panics.
Will you hold it for me?
Sure.
She's like, I may be upset, but maybe I shouldn't be around this guy. He's not all there.
I kept it. I'm not sure what I might do. No! I'm sorry! I've been bad! Please don't!
Yeah, so that freak out isn't normal, James. Something's obviously going on there. Why can't you use it as a weapon though? It looks sharp enough. Key of resilience. I guess Angela starts off resilient, but then gradually, little by little, the guilt over what she does just wears her down. I'm surprised they gave this mirror kind of a reflection, but I guess they had to keep up with the original intention of the scene. But Yeah, they don't like to do mirrors in modern games because apparently it takes a lot of takes a lot of graphical processing power that can be used on something else. I wish you could pick up that photo too, because that actually gives you a clue as to what's going on. The way it's torn with her brother and her father on one side and then her and her mother on the other one. That's actually a very strong hint as to what's going on, but you can pick it up and examine it in this game. If there's one flaw with examining your environment in this game, it would be that there's not a lot of what people say are interactive text. Oh, look at that, there's fingerprints on the TV too. Now that we've seen the abstract daddy fight 2 times, we kind of can figure out what that implies there. She was touching the TV there, probably begging it to stop repeating what her father was saying. But yeah, there's not a lot of interactive text in this game, which is kind of a shame because that's some of the stuff that can really make horror games have a really unique feel to them. It adds a very nice extra touch, both in Resident Evil games and even smaller games like Tormented Souls, or I've been playing Crow Country. I played a bit of it last night, and yeah, a lot of the stuff Mara says there is pretty amusing. Some of her descriptions and stuff for the items and creatures she comes across, you know, it's very amusing and it gives the game an extra nice touch. There's old P-Head stomping around with his great knife or his big ass sword. Yeah, so they should give you more interactive text, so it's kind of a shame that they don't, because I do think the game loses something from not having those little lines here and there. Like, it's still a pretty overall great game. Obviously it's not a huge flaw, but it was just something else that added an extra nice touch to it that I feel games in general are probably starting to overlook. I haven't even noticed it until someone pointed it out, and now I just can't help but seeing it. Yes, like, where's the interactive text? And even Resident Evil, like, I think the older games had it more than the modern games do, so it is kind of becoming something that's kind of lost. You know, more developers should keep it in their games because it adds an extra nice touch for the characters. And for the item descriptions too, they're not just plain items. I still don't get what these are supposed to be, the musical notes. I don't get why they're here. Unless it's just music that Mary enjoyed, but other than that, I'm not sure at all. I don't know why that's here. Okay, here's the next photo. Oh, she faced through the wall. Or the door. Here's strange photo number 5. Forever Together. 208. It was nice how they kept this room more or less intact. They kept it exactly the same basically as the original. It's just serving a different capacity now. It's not the end of the level, it's just going up and down, but it's still nice that they kept it exactly the same. Alright, we got the minute hand. Yeah, like I said, not quite the same effect now that you know you can just brute force it. You don't even have to guess. But at least it's the only one that's like that, I think. Like I said, only a couple other puzzles are like this. And I think the other ones, the box in the hospital, one of the locks. Other than that, you still have to try to figure it out, but it does kind of suck that it does ruin that puzzle a bit. Because it's all just brute forcing it. Now this one I think should be different. Let's see. Oh yeah, you got a multiplication and subtraction by now, so this one's definitely different. Okay, so we got the moons plus skulls minus circles. So moons plus skull minus circle. And the good thing about this puzzle is you can input the digits one by one and they're not going to reset. So we can do one, put it here. We can do the second one, put it here, and then do the third. They won't reset. So the moons minus the skull. I mean, moons plus skull minus circles. So how many moons are there? We got... Where's the moons? Okay, we got 4. Got 2 over here, 6. Okay, so we got 6. That is nasty looking right there. That moth stuff. That is creepy looking. It's like Resident Evil's moth. And we got 8 moons. So we got 8. How many skulls? 2. Yeah, 2 skulls. Are those real moths or are those just fake pretend moths? They can't be that large, right? Okay, so we got 10. And it was minus the moons. I mean the circles. How many circles we got? We got 2, 4, 5. And what's the other one? Okay, 5. So it's 10 minus 5. See, it stays on 5 now. I could not be in this room. I would just be panicking with all those damn butterflies or moths in there. I could not be in there. I hate regular moths. Even when it's just one, I could not be in here at all. That would be my worst nightmare. Okay, now it's circles times the skull minus the moons. So we know we've got 8 moons. 5 circles. So 5 times 2 for the skulls is 10. No. Yeah, 5 times 2 is 10. Then minus 5. Wait a minute, how many moons? No, it's 8. Is it? Oh yeah, 5 times 10. 5 times 10. Or 5 times 2 is 10. And then minus the 8 would be 2. And then the last one, skulls plus moons. So you got 2 skulls, you got 8 moons. So you got 10 divided by the circles. So 10 divided by... Is it divided by? Ten divided by the circles, which is 5, 2. Oh yeah, there we go. 5, 2, 2. Nice. There we go. Let's dig into that glory hole there and pull out the damn needle. I think it might be the same. No, it was different in the original, right? It was different on normal mode. I think the bottom digit was different, so that one was a different puzzle then. It's not too bad though. I can see you needing to write it down when you first try, but other than that, it was pretty easy to solve. Once you know what they are, once you know what they're looking for, they're pretty easy to solve. You just gotta remember it's moons, skulls, and then the circles. Damn. The moth kind of just hit him there while he was staring at the map. Let's get out of this creepy room. They can have their M room right there. Okay, so we gotta activate the hand first. That was Pyramid Head posing the mannequins. It's funny that it takes the time to do that. So here's the photograph that we missed before. There's the health drink, there's the photo, we always miss that one. I think this is the first time I've actually gotten that photo. How the time flies. Lebanon. We got the photo. Let's put the second hand on here. There we go. And we are done with the apartment building almost. We're only in an hour, so we're making good time. See, it's a lot easier on easy mode when you have to worry about enemies beating the crap out of you every 5 minutes or so. Oh, we didn't even check this drawer. I was gonna try to melee Pyramid Head a bit just to see how he reacted, but I'm not sure we should try to, given that we gotta preserve our health. How much do we have? Let's see. Oh, we got 6 and 27. Oh, we can afford to give him a few whacks. Just whack him a bit with the nail plank. And there's the second glimpse. So now all that's left to do is just fight him. Give that one a good whack. Just for a memory's sake. Just so they remember not to get back up. And here we go. First boss battle of the game, which we now know we can actually just avoid. We don't have to waste any health. But we're going to try to melee him a bit just to see what happens. Alright, come on, big boy. Show me what you got. Okay, so it doesn't actually do much to him, even on easy. Even on light difficulty, it still doesn't do much to him. I think we're better off just avoiding him. Ah, god damn. He actually got me good there. That was unexpected for easy mode. Alright, there we go, he's done. It's his time off. The town's calling him back. He's gotta go take his break and get his coffee and donuts. But he'll be back for round 2 in the hospital. He actually got me good there. I don't think he hit me once in on hard difficulty, and yet there I kind of got stuck on that little corner, and he kind of actually he took a huge chunk of the health. Like I was watching the controller and actually went down to red. So yeah, just one hit from that is almost enough to kill you. Even on hard difficulty, it's almost enough. I mean, easy difficulty is almost enough to kill you. I would not have expected that it could do that much damage even on easy mode. It just went down all the way to red. I had to use a syringe because a health drink wouldn't have been enough. Now, one thing about the Maria ending situation is I am gonna have to stray from it a little bit, because as much as I'd want to take is that Power Picks or Game Rant's guide? Probably Game Rant's. But as much as I want to take their advice and just follow Maria directly and go where she tells me to, we have to pick up those extra 2 glimpses. So I'm just hoping we do enough. Besides that, it doesn't ruin the whole point system, because we are gonna have to pick up those 2 glimpses from the bowling alley. Because if we save them for doing it when we get out of Brookhaven, it's going to be too late. We're not going to have access to that area, so we can still go in the bowling alley, but the actual glimpses will be gone. So unfortunately, we do have to kind of deviate from her suggestions just a bit, so we can actually get those 2 glimpses, because otherwise we're going to have to do them in a 4th playthrough, which I really don't want to do. We might still have to do a 4th playthrough anyway if the radio went off during the first video, which I haven't checked, but I still don't want to have to do more than just that. I'm hoping the radio situation is fine.
Hey. It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who stepped on my hand.
Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
I just
I don't
noticed a
know.
little hint of
What's
the
a big
piano
dum-dum
theme she
like
plays.
You doing here anyway?
Hey, that's not very nice.
Yeah, remember
Did your parents
Laura
teach you any
Laura
manners?
plays the piano from the original. I just noticed the hints of that on there. I hadn't really paid attention to it before.
What you got there?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait!
Damn, James looks really good there. Really good. Look at that. Look at
How
all the
do you know her
stubble.
name?
And the eyes. So yeah, it's totally worth to play on quality mode. So like, don't worry if you haven't played this game and you're worried about it being compared to like a one user mentioned a slideshow because of the loss in frames per second. Don't worry, that 30 FPS is more than enough. Like, the game actually plays pretty smoothly here. You barely notice a difference. It plays like it plays almost exactly like RE2 remake, I guess. But yeah, it works pretty well. Look at the fog. Look at how nice it looks here. The way it kind of glides in through the streets instead of being just one gray mass. It looks pretty damn nice. So yeah, don't be afraid to play it on quality mode. I know some people have more sensitive eyes and they might be bothered by the slower frame rate, but I think it actually works, like I said, because it's a slower paced horror game. It actually does work in its favor. If it were a high paced action game, no, you wouldn't want it. But yeah, 30 FPS for this is actually kind of nice. I like it. I think it's worth it. It's probably one of the better optimized modes I've seen. Because like I said, I tried a bit of Spider-Man and it just looks way too slow. And I tried a couple of the others. RE2 Remake wasn't bad. I don't remember what I thought of RE4 Remake's quality mode. Might have to go back and check that. Maybe that'll be a goal eventually. Play RE4 Remake on quality mode and see what's, or fidelity mode as they call it, and see what's up. But yeah, this one actually looks pretty dang good. I hardly notice a difference. Obviously, it's a tad bit slower, but like I said, it fits for a horror game where you're not rushing through everything in the first place. You know, you're not rushing to get to every single area. It works. Checking to see because I know there's a photo somewhere around here. Oh, the stone bench. Gotta go back. Where's the bench? That's why you keep a guide, so you can look up the stuff that you forget to get in the first place. Where is the bench? It's over here somewhere. I'm seeing the handgun ammo. I'm not seeing the photo.
This is it. Mary. Could you really be here?
The first nook on the right. So shut up, James, for a moment while we look for this damn photo. After entering Rosewater Park, the first nook on the right. Where's this damn photo? Turn right. Yeah, we can't go over to Maria. We gotta look that up first. It says turn right The first nook, but I'm not seeing the damn photo. Where is it? There's the regular bench. Where is this damn photo? It says on a stone bench, so it can't be the regular ones. Turn right. Yeah, where's this damn photo? I might have to look up the oh, is it over here? Might have to look up a better photo of it. It says turn right, but I'm not seeing it. Because this is the corner. And over there is our Rosewater Park, so... Oh, is it over here? No, that's Patrick Chester's memorial. Yeah, where's that photo? God damn, where's this thing? I don't see it. It's supposed to be nearby, but thought it might be on that ledge. 'Cause it says turn right, but we actually... So we entered here. So we can't turn right because there's no other place to turn to. So it's gotta be left. And there's no nook over here. It's just yeah, like I said, there's no nook over here. It's just bullets. I don't know what this photo is. I'm gonna have to look it up. Let's look up over here. Maybe they meant left. They might have meant left and they just put right. Let's check over here. Yeah, they might have meant left and not right. There's Roger Widmark's famous pamphlet. God damn, where's this freaking photo? Did it not spawn, or is it just that I'm not seeing where it is? I might have to look that one up just to make sure that it actually is where they say it's supposed to be. Because I'm not seeing anything. Like, I'm not seeing a damn thing. All we have is just the ammo that we picked up and nothing else. There's nothing here. Yeah, I don't know. But we have to pick up that photo anyway, so... You know what? Google will know. And it's called So Far From Home. That's the name of the photo. Secret photo. So Far From... Well, strange photo. Strange photo. So Far From Home. I want to get that exact photo. Here we go. We're gonna go over to IGN's this time because the picture on Game Rant's page is just way too small. The only thing IGN has them out of order. I don't know why. Here we go. Oh. After you first meet Maria in Rosewater Park, the gate to the park's west side is now open. So yeah, that's why we're not seeing it, because we actually do have to go talk to Maria first. That's why. See, because when well, it's Power Picks, not Game Rant. It's Power Picks. But Power Picks made it seem like as soon as you came into the area, it was immediately there. And no, you actually have to talk to Maria first and then go to the other side to actually find the photo. So yeah, that's that was a little mistake on their part. it's a bit misleading because you can't go there. Now here's something you can do. I want to show you I want to show you the channeling gem or stone, so we can use it here. Just so you see what it does. Do we see a UFO? No, we don't really see one. So yeah, in the original you would use it, and I think you would get like lights. Same as in Silent Hill 1, you would see the lights of the UFO. Here you just kind of get that weird effect there. I don't think you can really see a UFO here. Oh, the water looks nice. Memory of the 67 who died of illness and now sleep beneath the lake. I think I might make another save file because depending on what happens with that little detour I'm gonna take, I might actually have to redo this section to get the Maria ending. If it really does make that much of a difference, not following her immediately and going over to where they tell us not to go. If it really does make that much of a difference, we might have to do this section over again. So I think I'm going to make a separate save at the next safe spot. No swimming or diving is permitted in this area. Alright, time to go meet our destiny. There she is.
Mary? No. You're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend?
No, my late wife. I can't believe it. Your face, your voice, you could be...
My name is Maria. I don't look like a ghost, do I? See? Warm.
Sorry, I got confused.
Hey. Where are you going?
I need to find Mary.
Didn't you say she died?
Oh. Yeah. 3 years ago. It's just... I got a letter from her.
A letter?
I know how it sounds. I'm not... I don't...
Hey. It's okay. So, what did the letter say?
She said she was waiting for me. In our special place.
And that's here? Anyway, I haven't seen her. Is this your only special place?
I don't know anymore.
They gave it a much more upbeat feel to the music here.
Something. I can't quite...
A little more snazzy than the previous one.
I think I might know. I mean, there's this one place. Not far from here.
What kind of place?
The kind two lovers might call special. I can show you if you want. Unless you have somewhere else to be. something else to do. Hey, easy there. I'm just messing with you. Come on. It's this way.
You're coming with me? Can't you just tell me where it is?
You're just gonna leave me here? Alone? With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
Is it because I remind you of her? You loved her, didn't you? Didn't you?
All right, just... Come on.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
You like how she steps in front of him when he's looking out towards the lake, maybe trying to remember what that spot is, the hotel, and she just blocks it.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, so I guess this is what Power Picks meant by when you first enter Rosewater Park. They didn't mean the original entrance, they meant this entrance.
Through here.
The official one over here with sign and everything, that's why. So turn right. It's gotta be up here.
We're going to. What is it exactly?
Oh, there it is, right there.
Used to be kind of a special place for young couples in these parts.
So far
I
from
think
home.
It's easier if I just show you.
Alright, there's one photo. Now the next one we can't get because it's over in the where you get the garage jack, which is pretty far out of our way, so we can't really get that one. Also, the next two glimpses are over near the bowling alley, so that's why I said I'm gonna make a separate save just in case not following her in her directions and going all the way out of the way just derails the whole thing. We still have that separate save file. We don't have to start from scratch and do the whole apartment section and main town section all over again.
Who is that?
Just a woman. Killed for no real fault of her own by moral, upstanding folk. Common theme, I guess.
What do you mean?
In history, you know?
Yeah, and you can see it here. Victim of persecution by the Christians, Jennifer Carroll lived with pride and honor. What happened here shall never be forgotten. You can see it right there. Even though it blocks it, when you read it, you can see the faint outline right there. So yeah, like I said before, half of this town's problems are probably just from like fake ass Christians just messing with stuff, and you know, messing with stuff they don't understand. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to get the one inside the garage just yet. We're going to have to leave that one for later. But we can get the other ones. Yeah, like, isn't it funny? Like, we're told all this over and over about how the order in the town is evil and the cult is evil and all that stuff. But really, like, the cult was just a regular religion when it first started. Like, it was the people that came afterwards that messed everything up. The cult themselves just wanted to worship there and be left alone, but it was the people who came afterwards that decided, no, we can't leave you alone. We have to kill you if you don't agree with us, and we have to force you to worship our God. It was they're the ones that screwed everything up. Like the town's actual cult didn't do shit. It was as usual. It's Christian zealots, not regular Christians, just like the extreme fanatics that always mess everything up for everyone, you know. I want to see, can we go to Pete's Bolorama first, or do we have to cross the gate?
There, we can go through the motel.
I want to see if we can get over here. Because on the one hand, it does say, one guide says to stick close to her and listen to her directions, but then another one says to have as many optional conversations with her as you can, and you can only do that if you go out of your way. So let's see where this takes us. We also have the bloody note, which you can find at the end near the Historical Society. Oh, and one we can pick up inside the bowling alley. Let's see how far she'll let us go.
Wrong way. We already passed the motel.
Maria, just indulge me. We have a mission to complete. Okay, we cannot break anything. Actually, I wonder if you know what, let's just keep going.
James, your wife, what was she like? Or is... Sorry, I'm not...
That's fine. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
I'm not sure I want to talk about it.
Oh, come on. You said we look alike? At least give me something.
Well, she liked to play the piano. I'm not sure if you're really that much alike.
Oh? I don't strike you as the pianist type?
Let's just leave it.
Sure, James.
She could play the piano, who knows? People will surprise you. Where are we going? We're almost there.
You know we're heading the wrong way, right?
Yeah, just bear with me, okay?
Whatever you say, big man.
There's health in there, but we can't get it. We can't startle her, so Oh, there's a mannequin. Trying to see the glimpses. There's one with the pizza. And then there's the stairs leading up to a barred gate directly south of Pizza Bolorama, and then there's nothing for the hospital, so... Why is he running off? Get over here.
James?
Don't worry, Maria, you're safe. We scared it off. Can we go in here? I mean, can we go in here with her?
Yeah, you can wait outside if you want. I'll just look around the place.
Why would I want to wait outside?
I thought you might not want to.
James, if you don't want me around anymore, you can just say it.
No, it's not that. Just a stray thought.
Because you in another life and another reality didn't like bowling. And now I guess you're okay with it. Now it's movies you don't like.
Ugh. This town's full of monsters. We could just sit here and eat pizza.
Okay, we got that glimpse. We're gonna go in here for a bit. Because I'm gonna see if I can cheat the system. Oh, damn, we can't go in here? Crap. Oh, is it this one? It might be... We might have the wrong door. Oh, here's the safe. Never mind. And this is 1887. Let's see if we can cheat it. Hell yeah. We got, a rusted key. That's for a box. Okay, here we go. We can save here. We're gonna make a separate save. We're gonna leave that one alone for now, the one that says 3:28 a.m. We're gonna save here, because I want to see if we can... I want to see if we can pull this off without having to go back and redo that whole section. That's just talking about the... That's just talking about the rack on lane 3. Okay, so we got that. We got that memo. We got the key. That's for the box that gives us the drugs. Okay, so we gotta go back out and look at the safe. Oh, you also can't bump into her either for some reason. Oh yeah, here's the memo. We can't forget that. I did not acquire it, nor will I be able to do so. However, I can direct you to where it is. You will find it in a place of care, an island sea of respite and a sea of suffering. No, an island of respite and a sea of suffering. I warned you before, this is a commitment. I hope you can see this now. There we go, got the cryptic letter. Let's go get the extra ammo from back there. Like I said, I'm hoping the extra conversations will balance out us taking all this time to basically hang around the town and not go directly to where Maria tells us. We're gonna end it out by saving at the motel. Let's see what she says about the historical society. Oh, here comes a freak. Alright, freak number 1 has been eliminated.
Hey, I'm all for taking the scenic route, but we're not getting any closer to where we want to be, just so you know. This road actually leads out of town.
I know, I felt that maybe she could be around here somewhere.
Did you now?
Directly south of Pete's Bowlerama. Oh yeah, south. We gotta go down there.
Oh, God. Did the monsters get him?
Maybe. Doesn't make much difference now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the key for the safe, 1887. I can leave by not leaving. I can only leave by not leaving. The deal is done. He said he left it for me where they once were. Alright, we got that note. The hell? That happened when we already picked that up. When we picked that letter up too.
Whoa! Hey!
Oh.
Why'd you do that?
Oops. Oops. I thought they were alive, Maria. That's why. Hope that doesn't count against us. I guess that's meant to be some type of hint that maybe he's kind of like trapped in the fabric of the town. Not James, the guy who did that.
They're coming.
Not on my watch. Okay, that's locked. Directly south of Bolorama. Let's see what that is. So we gotta go this way. We're looking for the second glimpse. Also gotta keep an eye out for the monsters lurking around here. Directly south. Okay. Oh yeah, the old Heaven's Night. I forgot that. Come here, Roach.
Blocked. No way through.
I told you, there's nothing for us here. Let's head back.
Here we go. This is it.
Huh.
What is it?
Nothing. Just deja vu.
Okay, so that does it for the glimpses. There's only 2. And we got the bloody note at the end. So there we go. I think now we can actually go over to Heaven's Night. Because the one in the garage we can get later. We don't have to get the one with the garage jack. We don't have to go out of our way to get that. We can get that later. Especially since we're going to have to come back to this area anyway to break all the stuff we left behind. The cars. You know, anything hidden behind those doors. Anything that we couldn't get right now, we're going to have to come back and get it later. So we can just come back when we're not with Maria. Oh, god damn. Yeah, it's easier to come back when we're not with her. We can go in there and get the photo. It's not time-based, so you can get it anytime you want. I like that on easy mode, you know exactly how many hits it takes to knock them down. It's exactly 4 hits. Whereas on hard mode, it can pretty much vary enemy to enemy.
For now.
So you're never really sure whether you knock them down permanently or not on hard mode. It depends solely on each individual enemy. There's health in there, but we can't get it. We can't smash the glass. Alright, so let's go over here and get this from the safe.
You ever stayed in a place like this? The walls are so thin, you can hear everything. Love, hate, jealousy.
Oh yeah, let's go in room 106 real quick. That's one we're gonna have to come back to later, when we're on our own.
Cozy.
This room. There's something wrong with it. I think we should leave.
Oh, loosen up, James. Sure beats running around with those monsters out there.
I'm not so sure.
Someone asked if this was a sign that it meant that Silent Hill 2 takes place after Silent Hill 3, because it's referencing, you know, the order symbol being behind the wallpaper, and then also Heather and Douglas staying here, but not really. I think it's just a hint. Obviously it's a reference to the third game, but it's also just maybe James picking up on stuff, you know, from the alternate timeline, you know, the other timeline that he's not there.
You startled me.
Sorry, Maria, we have to get in there. That's the only way we can do it.
Can you let me in? Why, thank you, good sir.
Yeah, he's just picking up the vibes from the other timeline. It doesn't really mean anything as far as when this game takes place, because this is obviously way before Silent Hill 3. There's the memo, the toolbox memo. Oh, wait a second. I forgot the code is different now. XXXX. Feels like we're stuck. She says it's gonna be fine, but the math don't lie. The numbers all there. All rooms need to be refurnished. Then we gotta multiply that by the cost of labor. Then there's the plumbing in the room upstairs. I swear there are times where I just want to give up. I'm not 33 anymore. If we can make it all add up, maybe there's hope for the five of us. All rooms. Multiply. Room upstairs. I swear there are times when I just want to give up. 33. And 5. No idea what that means. So you gotta count all rooms. Multiply room upstairs times 33 and add 5. How many rooms are there? The room upstairs, there are times we just want to give up. Not 33, add 5. So that would be 38. I'm trying to see, let's see. Grab those bullets. I might just save and just do it next time, because we're almost at 2 hours anyway, so let's see. If I can't figure it out quickly, I might just save. It's probably the same number it was before, just with a much with a much more convoluted hint.
Hey, you think I'd look good in this one?
Sure.
Not quite the ringing endorsement, but hey, I'll take it.
So how many rooms are there upstairs? You got 2. Okay, so you got 2 rooms upstairs. Let's try to figure this out. We got 2 upstairs. Okay, so all rooms multiply by the room upstairs. Okay, so I guess all rooms is first, and then you multiply that by rooms upstairs, so that times 2. So how many do you have? You have 2 up there. You have 2 up there. And you have how many down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you got 6. And what did the memo say? So you got 6 downstairs, you got 2 upstairs, you got 8. So all rooms multiply by the labor cost. Okay, so you got 8, 16, or is it 8? Let's see, 8. No, I think it's 8. 16. 8, 16. Eight, 16, 66, 5, or 68. Let's see. 8, 16, 5, 68. Let's grab that memo. No, because it's 4 digits. It's only 4 digits. Okay, so you got 8. We know that. Multiply by the rooms. Is it, let's see, all rooms. There's only 8. Multiply rooms upstairs times 33. So would it be 8? Would it be 8, 6, 6, 5? Maybe? Let's give it a try. Nope. All rooms need to be refurbished. Yeah, because the first one is obviously 8. There's only 8 rooms. Because it adds us to 8665. I don't get multiply rooms upstairs times 33. That would be 2 times 33 is 66. And then add 5. Yeah, it would be 8665. I don't know why it doesn't work. Multiply rooms upstairs and times. Yeah, we might just save and then try to tackle this next time because it's already close to 2 hours. I don't get it. I don't get rooms upstairs. What's throwing me off is times 33. Because upstairs there's 2 rooms. Times 33. And then add 5. Or is it 8271? Let's see. Nope. Because I thought adding 5 to 66 would make it 71, and that would make sense. The thing is, does the office count as a room or not? Maybe it's 9? Or maybe it's 8. Let's see, 8. Or maybe 9. Let's see, 18. 1838. Yeah, it could be 1838. Or would it be... No, because it's double, so 66 plus 5. It would either be 71 or 72. Let's try both of them. So it would be either... Let's see, either 1671 or 1871. Let's see. Okay, so those two weren't correct. So now let's try 1871. I don't get it. I do not get it. Let's look at a hint, just a hint from Power Picks. I'm not interested in the code. Damn, they don't even have a hint for it on Power Picks. They just completely ignored the whole puzzle. They just completely ignored. They don't even give you so much as a hint. Because the thing we're almost sure of, the first room is 8. That's 8. Multiply rooms upstairs is only 2. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Oh, and that power pick solution isn't even for hard difficulty. It's just yeah, it's just standard, so it doesn't even have any actual hints as to what we can do. It's just the solution for the standard mode, so it's not even valid. Is there another one we can turn to? Let's see. Game rant. Let's see what game rant says instead. Because I just want a hint of it. I don't even want to see the I don't even want to see the key for it. I just want a hint as to what we're supposed to figure out. If not, I'll just save it over here. Damn, game rant didn't even include that puzzle at all. The safe at the end, they just have 0 for it. None. I don't get it. Let's just try Jackson, see what they say. Yeah, they didn't even bother to include an actual hint of the puzzle at all. They just skipped right over it. So basically, one guide only included standard, and the other one didn't include the puzzle at all. 0. So, oh boy. All rooms. That's 8. Multiply by the rooms upstairs. So that's 8 times 2, 16. Then times 33. 16 times 33, is that what they're asking basically? Yes, it's 16 times 33. Then add 5. But that's only 533. I don't get it, man. 0 533, maybe. Maybe just stick a 0 on top of it. Oh yeah, we gotta go save Maria soon. Okay, whatever you say, game. I guess. I guess. Back off my woman, you frickin' disgusting straitjacket. Okay, game,
You think you just saved my life back there?
Glad I did.
Yeah. So am I.
you know what, I'm not gonna question it. If there's a 0 in front of it, there's a 0 in front of it. I'm not gonna question it. Like I said, I figure It had to be. It had to be 533 because there's nothing else. But then that only made 3 digits, so I guess just stick a 0 on top of it and call it a day. I'm not gonna question it. Also, that car looks a lot like James's. His is smaller. This is a huge ass car, but it kind of looks the same. And we're actually gonna save here because we're at 2 hours precisely. So we are gonna save here.
James? Is everything alright?
Yeah, we're gonna keep that extra save at Blue Creek Apartments. We're gonna keep it here just in case going out of our way actually screwed up Maria's ending. We might have to redo that. At least we don't have to redo the whole apartment building and the whole walk into town prologue section. We can just skip all that.
Hey, you okay? It's like you froze for a second.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, we got the gate key for Jack's Inn. We got the key for the box we find at the hospital. That's to unlock the White Claudia. We're not going to use it, but I might as well just show it off so you can see what it is. That's what you take at the end in room 312 to get the bliss ending. So that's pretty important if you want that ending. Still have the key of sorrow. Oh yeah, we gotta remember to get the other half of the broken key for the dog ending, so we can get into the observation room. We gotta get the other part of the key. That's right after she unlocks the gate, so we gotta remember to actually go do that. But yeah, we made some good progress. We got all of the stuff from the apartment buildings, the photos and the glimpses, and then even though we had to go out of our way for a bit, we did get all the glimpses here and the memos and what's the other one? The secret photos, the strange photos. I don't know why I keep calling them secret photos, but yeah, it's the strange photos we had to collect. So far, we got everything there is to get into town. Now we just gotta go through Heaven's Night. We gotta go through the strip club Heaven's Night, and then head on to Brookhaven. But we mostly got most of the stuff in the town. The one thing we didn't get is the jack, so we can open up the garage door. You can actually get that later. It's not timed, then you can still access this area. This area is pretty untouched by the other world after you leave Brookhaven, so you can still come back here and do all that stuff. But you're gonna have to use that because, like I said, we couldn't smash any windows. You don't want to startle her too much, even though we kind of had no choice at the end. That was the only way we could get into the room, by breaking the window. But yeah, you can't startle her too much or bump into her or do anything that upsets her, basically. So we have to leave all that stuff behind. That means when we come back on the second round, after we exit Brookhaven, we have to break all that stuff open and get all that health and ammo and all the stuff we have to leave behind. But that'll come later. Also gotta remember, like I said, as soon as we start up next time, I gotta remember to open up the gate and immediately get the second part of the dog key, because if you don't get it here, you basically can't get it at all. So you gotta remember to get the second half of that key. But that's it for now. I will pick this up again tomorrow. So if anyone's watching this playthrough, thank you for watching. I hope you get some useful hints out of it, and I will see you next time on Silent Hill 2 Remake on the PS5. See you later.